Hi there, I'm Eric Reynolds, the Bandana Man. This is day 3 of our Algonquin Trek 2018, and we're on Ragged Lake right now. Earlier I spoke to you about the importance of putting up a tarp as soon as you come to shore for protecting your gear and yourself from rain and shelter and all that. But right now what we're going to do is talk about the second most important thing, and that is putting your bear bag up. Okay? The reason why it's important to put your bear bag up right away when you get to shore is, let's say you got all your stuff out on the ground, you're busy putting your tents, and a bear decides to pay a social call. Okay, he's not the kind of neighbor that you want to come over for lunch, because he's going to eat all your lunch. If your bear bag's up, he's going to come in, he's going to say hello, he's going to leave. He's not sticking around. That's the type of neighbor you want when you're at Algonquin Park. The other thing is they do recommend and actually require that you put your food into some form of bear-proof container, or more preferably up a tree in a bear bag. So anyways, this is my bear bag. Right now it's up the trees. It's a two rope, one bag, 3-pulley system. The reason why you use 3 pulleys is because it lowers the weight required to lift it to a third. The law of physics. 3 pulleys, 1/3 the weight that you have to pull. 3 times the rope, unfortunately. But either case, it makes it very easy for anybody to put the bear bag up the tree. This was a system that was perfected by a guide friend of mine by the name of Carl Skopinski. He perfected this system and has been teaching it. So anyways, let me come show you what the mechanics of the system looks like, and then I'll demonstrate really quick what the different parts are of the real one. Okay. You can use a 3-pulley system with pulleys or with carabiners. Pulleys are heavier. They're a little bit more protective of the rope and a little easier to use, but they have a little more weight. Okay for canoeing, a little rougher like if you're backpacking, in which case you might want to use carabiners. If you're using carabiners, you have to use stainless steel. The reason being is softer metals, the rope will damage the soft metals, and then the damaged carabiners can damage the ropes, and then you're really kind of SOL, out of luck. Alright, so but anyways, what you've got here is, this is a model of your bear bag. Okay, you attach your bear bag to a clip of some description, maybe tie a rope off of it, and then you put your 1-pulley system attached to that rope. Now, your pulley line, this is your pulley line here, runs to the top of one of your pulleys, down to the bear bag pulley, back up to the second stationary line pulley, this is your stationary line, to the second stationary line pulley, and back down. By pulling on this one, you would actually pull the bear bag up. This line is over your branch. This is your stationary line. This line is what's going to pull these 2 pulleys up to the branch. That's where they're going to be for the night. And then you're going to pull this line, your pulley line, up till the bear bag and the pulleys are at the base of the branch. Okay? Just a quick model. Now, how do you go about doing that? All right. First things first, you have to be able to put the stationary line over a branch. The trick here is, it just can't be any branch. You have to have a branch that's about 10 to 15 feet up, and you'd really like one that's like 6 feet out. There are a lot of places where you're not going to find this. Sometimes you have to do the best you can. But in this case, I got a really good tree. It's got about a 6-foot span going out. It's at least 10 to 15 feet up. The problem is, it's very hard to get that thing up there. Okay, come back down to the demonstration model. What I like to use is a bean bag. Okay? In my bean bag, I have beach pebbles. Reason I like the bean bag, I can empty the pebbles out on the ground before I get in the water, and I don't have to carry the weight. Also, I've noticed that since they're kind of squishy and they kind of roll around in here, they don't get stuck in tree branches as much. Some other guides I know took and screw a eyelet screw into a baseball, and they attach their throw line, which is this line here, attach their throw line to that and toss it over. I've done that. I've had baseballs get stuck up in trees on numerous occasions, and I really hate that. So I don't carry baseballs anymore. I just find them to be a useless weight, and you have to portage the baseball. Here I dump the rocks out and we're good. But anyways, I take and tie my throw line to the bean bag, and then I'll toss that over the branch. Okay? Once I get this all the way over and pulled down, what I'm going to do is attach the ends of my throw line, that's here, to the end of my stationary line. I'm going to use a sheath bend. Come and check me for a different video where I'll show you how to tie a sheath bend. You use the sheath bend because it's good for tying 2 different sizes of ropes together. Okay? Then what I do is I pull on my throw line to pull my stationary line over the branch, because the stationary line is a little heavier, harder to throw. I get it all the way over, and I snug it off on that tree over here where it's held nicely and it doesn't move. Okay? You do want to use 2 different trees. Part of the reason why is some bears in some areas have decided that all they have to do is start swiping lines off trees, and if you have them all in the same tree, it's much easier for the bear to swipe all your lines off and drop the bear bag. So use 2 different trees. Also gives you a little bit more mechanical efficiency. So, you've got your stationary line down, you've got it to where you can clip your pulleys to it, you clip your 2-line pulley to the top of the, or to the stationary line, and you start threading your cables through to the single pulley and to the pack down below, just like in the model. And what you do, get everything into the bag, including all your smellables. Now smellables are things like first aid equipment, toothpaste, food obviously, bug juice that's in a canteen, film if you use an old style camera as opposed to digital. Those, back in the old days, that was something that had to go up. Chapstick even should all go into the smellables bag. Hand sanitizer probably could also have to go in there, but sometimes that's nice to have in the middle of the night if you need to use the Thunderbox. Anyways, anything that bear might want to go, what is that? Is that edible? Because they're going to chew on it first to decide if it's tasty, should go into this bag. Last thing you do before you go to bed, you haul it up to the top of the tree, tie it off over here, and you're done. And that's all there is to putting together a bear bag. So, until next time, see you on the other side.